Hello friends and welcome to My Horse Bonded Spirits. Now you might recognize this title because I did a video on the demo about a year ago and I had some issues with the game. I am a little bit skeptical of the developers and publisher of this game because they also did Animal Shelter, and while I actually quite enjoyed Horse DLC for Animal Shelter, the second time I made a video on them I discovered that you could like ride the horses. So is this a trot or a canter? I cannot tell. Oh god, everything's so glitchy. That's shocking. And I was just really disappointed with the animations. If I remember correctly, the demo has basically the same horse models as this game, and they're not very good. But hey, I'm not gonna go in too harshly. This is the full release game, so this is like the be all and end all of this title. Quick note from editing Abby, I'd just like to mention that this was the official trailer for the game, and nowhere in the video or in the description did they say that this was not in-game footage. So you can see why so many people were hyped about the game when it was announced. I also feel like it's worth mentioning that when the prologue for this game was released on Steam, there were a high number of positive reviews. However, a lot of these reviewers had a couple hours of playtime, but no achievements in the game, not even the ride a horse for the first time achievement, leading people to speculate that these reviewers were likely purchased to boost the game's ranking and review score. So let's see what they've changed and what they've added. Okay, so this character, right? I remember this from having a quick look at the prologue before this game released in full. Now, this male character isn't actually bad. He actually looks like, you know, I mean, apart from when he blinks, his eyebrows kind of disappear. But when we go on to the female one, oh my goodness. She is the same thing as when she blinks, her eyebrows disappear. Let me just change the hair color. Maybe it's the hair color that's bugging me. I mean, she looks better with the darker hair, but it's uncanny valley. Like, there's something not right about the way this character looks, especially with the hair. There's something about the hair and the face that just don't go together. I'm really tempted to play as a male character because he actually looks a lot better than the female character. But you know what? It's fine. Let's just, try to salvage this look. See, the problem is even like when you have the light hair, the eyebrows just don't match. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because the eyebrows don't match and you can't change the eye color either. So you end up with this really weird looking character. Anyway, we'll just go with darker hair. I normally go for like the platinum blonde, but I think I'm going to skip on that this time. We'll go for the darker hair. Okay, so we got helmets. We've not got anything unlocked. We can customize the sweatshirt. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cute. Or we could go for a polo shirt. I actually am such a sucker for polo shirts. No gloves either. And the loose breeches is all we have available. Oh, the boots and high socks. That's cute. Oh, I like those. Those are adorable. Yeah, okay. There's our character. Abigail Pinehaven. There we go. There's our name. So let's go ahead and accept. Do you want to start the game? Yes, I do. Oh, this is a really gorgeous animation. Look, it's a bit choppy. Is the game gonna crash?
Birdsong and
No, we're good.
butterflies greet you upon arriving at your father's horse ranch. It is a little run down, but charming. It only needs a little love. Love that you don't have.
Yeah.
You are here as punishment, after all. It's unfair. Really. All you did was gamble away nearly all of your father's money, almost putting him in debt. He should have forgiven you, as he usually would.
It was just nearly all of the money.
He sent you here to teach you some responsibility.
Ugh.
To help you with that, your father put you in the hands of
Jackson!
the manager of the ranch, who just so happens to be calling you right now.
Please tell me they kept the profile picture for Jackson. Yeah, they did! Okay, I remember this from the demo. Jackson is my favorite character ever. He is, like, you'll see. Here, let me just pick up. Hi. Hello?
This is Jackson. Your old man told me to show you the ropes around here, but honestly, I don't have the time to babysit you. Tell me, have you ever had a dog? Or a cat?
Yes, I had dogs.
You ever picked up after them?
Pick up what?
You know, clean up after them.
I actually trained my dog to use the toilet. He even flushed it after he was done. Look at his face.
Okay, listen. Obviously, neither of us want you to be here, so let's get this over with as soon as possible. Go find Robin.
Oh, you love me really,
They will
Jackson.
help you find a horse, learn to brush it, maybe clean it. Then we'll call your old man and get you back home so you don't have to dirty your fingernails, aight?
It's okay. You don't have to be so rude.
I'm being realistic is all. Now off you go. Some of us have work to do.
Bye. All right, so this is, oh god, the game is a bit stuttery. So just want to preface this, if you guys want to check out my PC specs, I've actually got the listed link in the description. I have a really beefy PC, like I can run Red Dead 4K 60 FPS and record it. I don't know why this game, it just did it again. This game is stuttering. That is really poorly optimized. I'm a little bit annoyed because the game actually looks all right. Like the shaders are really nice on it, but considering the beef of my PC, I would be concerned that most people can't run this game reliably, which does suck. There's just something so off about this run. We run like we've just discovered we can walk very quickly. Chicken! Oh, those are cute. Now, one thing I thought, especially during the prologue and the demo, was I felt like a lot of the assets were store-bought, and there's a lot of talk about like if that's okay and, you know, asset flips, stuff like that. But I had my friend Flickers do a little bit of digging in the game, and she found that it was mostly just the landscapes, so like the grass and the trees and the rocks that were asset bought, and I believe the horses as well. I'm like 99% sure the horses in this game were asset bought because they look pretty much identical to the ones in the Animal Shelter game as well. Overall, though, this isn't a bad-looking game. Okay, ignore our character. The actual world itself is cute. Hi, Robbie. Nice to meet you.
You must be the boss's kid. I'm Robbie. I'll help you get started.
Hi, Robbie. Finally someone who doesn't seem to be annoyed by my presence here.
Oh, you might not know this, but horses actually have a variety of personalities.
Oh.
Go ahead and pick a horse that you would like to get to know better.
Oh, okay. So when she said, oh, you're going to have to like pick a horse, I was kind of hoping that we'd like pick from like maybe a couple stalls to pick the one we like the most. But it has sent us into the horse creator. To be fair, this model isn't terrible, but I'm like 99% sure that this horse is on the asset store, and I have a couple problems with this horse. It's all right if you have like, I don't know, a fantasy game or an RPG game or something where horses are like an extra. I think that this model is not quite up to standard if you've got a fully fleshed horse game. I think some people have very strong opinions on this. I'm a very visual person, so graphics and animations are really important to me. Gameplay is a huge thing, absolutely, don't get me wrong. You can have a really pretty game and have a terrible, you know, game mechanics in it. But I just feel like this model just doesn't serve the horse genre well enough. This is my personal opinion. If you're going to make a horse game, sure, you can use this as like a base or a reference, but this model is not good enough to have for the entirety of the game. Kind of like if you had like a car game, but like all that you could drive was like a really badly like made polygon tractor. Obviously that's quite an extreme example, but you get what I'm saying in that like this horse isn't great, and I'll show you the animations in a second. But the first thing that stood out to me, especially with this game, was for some reason they just slap this breast collar on the horses all the time. Like there's no saddle, why would I need a breast collar? Yeah, you can kind of see it there in the corner. It doesn't even connect to the reins. I'm nitpicking here, but it's just little things like that. Like, you know, the bridle does not sit on the horse's noseband correctly. That's far too low. You know, it's not the worst looking bridle in the world, but it's not an equestrian bridle. Like that's the bridles that you see when games have like mounts, you know. It's not really up to standard for a horse game, which does make me a little bit upset. This is kind of the level of horse games. Now don't forget, this is a full release game, so I'm allowed to be fully critical of this, and they are charging £16 to buy it, which I believe is something around $20 odd. So we can customize this horse. I reckon I'll go with the darker hair colors, just because the lighter hair colors, you really see those shadows and you really see, you know, the lack of physics. It doesn't look as good as when you've got the shine on the darker mane. I'm tempted to go with the shorter mane as well, because then it just looks less bad. I'm allowed to use that word. It doesn't look quite as bad. I'm going to remove that breast collar because there's no reason to have that on. So this is us customizing the coat colors. Now, I'm not sure if these coat colors come like preloaded in the asset pack, if they are using an asset pack, but I am a little bit disappointed that this is the model they've gone with. I feel like a lot of these coat like colors and patterns just aren't great either. Like if they were made by the team, like, what is this? I don't feel like there's been a lot of love put into these horses, and that sucks because it's a horse game. Like, this is actually all right, especially if they've made that. That actually looks quite cute. Let me try and find one that I actually like so that maybe I'll be a little bit more lenient with them. So normally I would create like a sporcle, but it seems the only like Palomino paint that we've got is this. Oh, and the lighting's just changed. It's not that good. It doesn't seem like they have any actual, like, true Palominos either, which does suck. I do think that they did the Appaloosas a lot better than the paints. If they have created it themselves, I'm not sure if they did. I actually kind of like that horse. I've gone back on my word and I've created a white-haired or white-maned horse. I didn't think I was going to. I also don't really like the chopped tail, so I'll go with the braided. But this is our horse. I think he's kind of cute. I actually quite like this coat pattern on him. What do we call him? Randomize name. What have we got? Storm Rider. Willow. Let's just go with Willow, because that's quite a cute name. Okay, so this is Willow. Let's go ahead and accept. Yes. Quest completed. There's our horse in person.
You can safely remember that.
Yes.
What a beautiful day, don't you think? Think I'll go for
Yeah,
a
that was something that happened in the demo as well, is if you, like, finish the dialogue before the characters finish talking, they will just keep talking, like, while you're moving. It's a little bit annoying. Now, originally, I thought that this barn was a store-bought asset that they placed in the world. I now have information that apparently it's not, or there's a chance it won't be. There's something off about this barn. Oh gosh, the game is stuttering and does not like me being in here apparently. Do I need to actually, like, fill up the food and water at some point? Horse waterer. It's just a bucket. Horse waterer. That is the job of this bucket. It is the horse waterer. Right, let's go ahead and pick up all of these snackerinos. This is exactly the same as it was in the demo, so I won't spend too much time, like, faffing around with this section, because you guys might have already seen it in the last video that I did. Hi, pony. Hi, cutie. Okay, what do I have to do next? Pet the horse. Oh, good. That was a very aggressive scrub. Oh, Robbie's calling us. Hello.
Hello. How is your horse doing?
I don't know how to get on it. Why is that our first thing? Just being like, I do not know how to get on horse.
Oh, you want to ride your horse so soon.
I know.
Okay, if you're feeling confident, then there's no reason to wait.
There's probably a couple
Before riding
reasons
your
to
horse,
wait.
You need to prepare it. First
Okay.
and foremost, your horse
And don't
needs to be
approach it from the rear.
comfortable
See,
while
they
you
said that in the
ride.
demo.
That doesn't
And as
mean
you can
that
hear now,
wash
Robin's
it
still
every time,
talking.
but
This is a nice addition of, like, that is actually good advice. Don't walk behind horses, especially if you don't know them and you're not familiar with horses, because this is a prime location to get kicked. But it's like, if she said that, my first instinct is to be like, what happens when I stand behind the horse? Nothing happens when I stand behind the horse. It's just, like, lack of consequences. It's a nice thing to have added. Why do I have two brushes? I do kind of wish that it actually had, like, a purpose to that piece of information. So I have to brush the horse. I have two brushes. I'm fully equipped. So here we go. Oh, yes. Scrub, brushy brush. Quest complete. Okay, hi Robin.
Hey, hopefully you haven't been kicked yet. How are you doing?
Can I get on the horse now?
Hold your horses. You first need to have something that you can ride on. You don't want to go bareback.
Oh, I have to buy the saddle. Do you see what I mean? Like, she mentioned it like, oh, you didn't get kicked. But I wasn't going to get kicked. So, I mean, it's cute dialogue, but it's like game sense is like, prove to me that there's consequences. I want to see this character go absolutely flying. Hi, Jackson. Right, let's go ahead and buy a saddle. So this is the dressage saddle. Can I hold to rotate? This actually isn't a bad looking saddle. Like, these textures are actually quite nice. Again, don't know if they were made by the dev team, which is a really sad thing to have to keep saying. You know, there's a lot of games recently that kind of feel a little bit like asset flips. And this game, I genuinely can't tell what's been added and what their team has made. If their team has made that saddle, it looks really good, and I actually quite like it. I think I'll go for, like, the light brown, because that looks quite good. So that cost us $200. Let's go ahead and check out. Order, yes, please. And you have to get the saddle from the chest. All right, so off we run. We run so strangely. It's so off, right? Let's go ahead and grab the saddle. I'll put it in my hotbar so we can saddle up straight away. Now, this was the bit that bothered me in the demo, was that we just got on the horse in the stable. Hopefully that's not the case. I'll put on the saddle. Oh, we've materialized the saddle. Oh. Okay, I'm going to be so annoying. I'm going to be so nitpicky. Did you see how when we threw the saddle over the horse, which is a great animation, it didn't just, like, materialize, and we didn't just, like, you know, pop it on or whatever. Yes, it materialized in our hand, but, like, that's to be expected. But the side of the saddle clipped into the horse. It's just something like that where I'm like, that is not polished, if that makes sense. I mean, horse needs more movement. Let it out of its stall or take it for a ride. Okay, yes, I'll stop yapping and get on. So it does look like you just get on the horse. So yeah. Oh, okay, so just hop on in the stall. So straight off the bat, even as she got on, I can see her bum is clipping through the saddle, which makes me very nervous for the rest of these animations. Oh, okay. Seems like your horse is either not skilled enough or doesn't trust you enough for a longer ride. Tell Robbie that you managed to get onto the horse. Can I call? No, SMS. Okay, again, I'm being nitpicky here, but it's like, if I have a phone, she called me just like a second ago. Why can I not also call her?
So you've managed to get on your horse? Great.
Yeah.
I can see that both of you are still nervous, so I think it would do you both good to get even friendlier before we do anything more
Okay, so
difficult.
bond. So my horse, Bonded Spirits, is actually introducing a bonding mechanic, so that is quite nice. Scrubby, scrubby, scrub. Quest complete. Okay, get on horse again. Ride to the front of the stables. Okay, right. Are we going forward? Okay, here we go. Right, we're on the move. Oh, why is she, like, moving her hips so aggressively? And she is actually sliding herself back into the saddle, so that kind of sucks. The stirrups are kind of freaking out a little bit. This feels a bit weird, having these, like, roped posts. There's just... like, why? I mean, if you had the marker there, then what does it matter if I go the other direction? Like, I'm going to walk this way anyway. Right, so we've been teleported to what looks like a hot walker. Reach lunge pen? Oh, honey, this isn't a lunge pen. This looks like a broken down hot walker. Change horse's mode to manual? Am I currently driving an automatic horse? I'm not licensed to drive manuals. I'm so sorry. That's true, by the way. I'm actually not licensed to drive manual cars. Ride in manual mode. Change to a slower gait. Q to slow down. That's interesting. Okay, E to speed up. I don't think I've ever used Q and E to speed up and slow down. How do I know what is a default walk speed? I thought this is the default walk speed. Also, what is my stirrup doing? That's not supposed to be like that. What the heck? Oh, don't hold either W or S. Oh, I just can't read. Sorry, guys. Slow down and ride without changing the horse's gait. Right, so you've got the speeds within the gates. That's fine. Hold S to reach the slowest one, and then W for the fastest walk. That's quite nice. It's like an active or like a really relaxed walk. That's interesting. As I said, like, what's with the barriers? Okay, so if you're going to have a teleport anyway, there's no reason to put the barriers there, right? Even if I had gone the other way, I wouldn't have completed the objective regardless. Maybe that's just me. Okay, let's return to the stable. The lighting does not like said horses mate. Nobody taught me how to stop. Currently, it said return to the stable. I've done that objective. What happens when I dismount out of the stable? It doesn't matter. Remove the saddle. Yoink. Hi, pony. Robbie. Okay, see, horse is just eating outside the stable. Munching on some hardwood floors. Good taste, Willow. Good taste. Right, return to Robbie. I am enjoying this game, but I have to probably go on a rant once I've experienced more of it. Let's just talk to Robbie. Hello.
All right. What a day. I think that's enough excitement for now.
Okay.
Go ahead and rest for the day. We'll pick it up tomorrow.
Where am I supposed to sleep?
You have your own little home here.
Oh.
It hasn't been used in a while, so there might be some spiders lurking in
Spiders.
there.
Maybe this is me going too far, but it's like, she said there might be spiders lurking in there. If I go in there and there's not a single cobweb or spider, I'm going to be sad. And like, you can see by, you know, the wallpaper, it does look like dusty and stuff. But there's no spiders. There's no cobwebs. Why say it if you're not going to have it? This is a grim bathroom. All right, go to sleep. Can't sleep. Okay. See, it would have been very helpful if they had told me before I left that the horse is supposed to be in the stall. And I have a feeling that if I get on the horse, it's not going to let me move because I won't have a saddle on it. Am I right? I have to tack up my horse or pet it, tack up my horse. Okay. Get on my horse and ride it into the stable. See, there might be a leading mechanic. Also, I'm actually going to scream. I accidentally closed the door and now I can't open the door from the back of the horse. This is ridiculous. And the horse is leaving. All right, come back. Willow, I'm not in the mood for you to eat more hardwood. Like stuff like that where it's like, okay, yes, I did the checkpoint of putting the horse in the stable, but it should have registered when I accidentally took the horse out of the stable.
Stop!
Stop it. Okay. Oh. Don't leave. Okay, I've just put the saddle there. This game is £16, people. I've been recording for half an hour, and I feel like I've not really made that much progress. But it's fine. It's a new day. It's a new game stutter, and it's auto-saving. So we're all good. Saddle your horse, get on the horse, ride to the front of the stable. Again, strengthening the bond with my horse, even though I quite literally did that last night. Right, hello, pony. Hi, Willow. It's me again, your favorite person. Right, let's get you tacked up. Oh, I'm petting the horse again. I thought I had the saddle equipped. Put inside horse. Saddle goes inside horse. Mount horse. God, this is the state of horse games in 2024. And I still can't go any faster than a walk. Okay, that's fabulous. Let's take a leisurely stroll 30 meters. Hopefully there's some interesting challenges for us. You know, considering I'm going to spend the next 45 seconds slowly walking towards my objective. That made a big difference. Ride a bit. Oh, I can now trot. Okay, is it E to speed? Yeah. Oh, I'm trotting. I mean, this trot isn't the worst. She's doing a sitting trot. She's not very good at holding the reins. And when she's turning in particular, it doesn't look good. But to be fair, like overall, the trot isn't that bad. I do wish I could see more of it with the camera. The camera's not particularly good. Yeah, the walk is all right, actually. From the horse, it's actually all right. The rider is just sliding around too much, and she is sliding inside the saddle, as you can see in that little bit there. But talk to Robbie. Robbie, I'm on a pony, look. Why did it take me that long to slow down?
Hey, listen, I think we should move on to something a little more difficult.
What do you mean?
I mean, with your horse riding, of course.
What do you have in
I
mind?
think we should try out the paddock. Horses can be frightful creatures, especially when they're ridden by someone they don't know that well.
The paddock?
Thankfully, your horse is slowly warming up to you, so I think you can easily go and try out some jumps.
Hold on. So they said paddock. I think they meant arena. I thought that for a second when they said paddock that we were going to go out in the paddock and maybe do like liberty tricks, but then I remembered this is my horse bonded spirits and we're definitely not going to be able to do that. All right. Do I need to prepare somehow?
Well, we're going to be doing some serious riding, so you should look the part. First and foremost, buy a helmet, then we can make our way to the paddock.
I mean, that's good that they're saying buy a helmet, but it is definitely more for safety than for looks. Okay, classic helmet. Oh, and our hair is gone. Oh, we've got a bun now. That's fun. Okay, let's go with a black helmet because it's a classy look. It is flashing at me to customize the horse, so I click that. Oh, customize your horses. I do. Should we add a breastplate then? A random disjointed breastplate, except...
You can really just tell how big the farm is now, huh?
What? Huh? What do you mean?
And the area outside of it is even bigger, and it's all available to us to ride.
Robbie, I don't...
Though, of course,
Okay.
it would be a little early for you. You'll get there eventually. By the way, we don't just have horses on the farm, you know? We also keep chickens.
Okay, I don't know why she was, like, saying, oh yeah, the farm is big, huh? I'm like, yeah, I just put on my helmet. Right, okay, so we can trot now. Let's go into the trot. As I suspected, we are going into an arena, not a paddock. Just little things like that where it becomes glaringly obvious that probably the people that worked on this game aren't horse people, or at least that worked on the dialogue section aren't horse people. Right, hopefully this will be good. Right, obstacle. The C is so curved. I thought that was an O. It broke my brain for a second. Right, obstacle course number 1, confirm. Even though we just learned how to trot, maybe these will be trot poles. Can we speed up? Yes, okay. Trot. Horse is not trotting. Oh, we are walking. Jump. Oh, these are not trot poles. Okay, well, we're trotting now. Ooh, oh, the rider. Oh my goodness, that is, oh my gosh. Oh, that is the worst. Genuinely didn't want to sit here and be like super negative, but what is that? What is that? First of all, she's so far back on the saddle. The stirrup is just doing its own thing. When she jumps, she's not in 2-point when the jump occurs, so it leaves her behind the horse, and then she just like, see that right there, she like scooted her pelvis forward during the jump, which would mean you'd be left behind, and then as the horse landed, she was in 2-point. Yeah, she like stuck her bum out. That is actually atrocious. I'm so sorry, but that is not acceptable for a horse game. I have to say it point blank. Finish second obstacle course, right? For a horse game that you're paying for £16, this is supposed to be the finished version. This is not. That's not on. That's not good enough. Also, I don't know why they're making me do yet another course. The first one wasn't particularly riveting either. I mean, the power-up bar is something that is like used in horse games. It's not always used, but it's not particularly innovative. You know, I'm not sitting here like, wow, that's such a cool feature. Robbie, hello. I was mid-round.
See, there was nothing to be afraid of. You did great.
I can't feel my legs. Yeah, jumping like that, I'm not surprised.
Haha, don't be so dramatic. Before we move on with your training, I have a favor to ask.
Oh.
I lost my plush toy.
We're looking for Robbie's plush toy because added content. Jackson's calling. Hi, Jackson.
Hey, I hear you're looking for Robbie's plushies.
What? I just talked with Robbie. How did you hear about it already? Did you put a wire on me? Oh my god, Jackson, do you like
Don't
me?
think so highly of yourself. I truly have no interest in hearing you talk, ever.
He's flirting with me.
Listen, I'm trying to help you. You won't have to look everywhere. I've seen it somewhere. It's either somewhere behind the farrier's building or behind lunge pad.
Wow, thanks, Jackson.
You owe me one.
Okay, he's so in love with us. This is the problem that I have with this particular quest, right? Is that we've just done jumping, right? So that's quite a big step. Like normally, if you only know how to trot, you would not be jumping. And I still only know how to trot. And then they've sent us on like a scavenging mission, which means I have to slowly trot all the way over there. Robbie, how did you know I had it?
Oh, hey, you found it. Thank you.
Okay, so that's like another like element of the game is like a collection thing. Oh, Jackson! Hi again.
It's me. Your dad called and asked about how you're doing.
You don't need to make up excuses to call me Jackson.
Stop talking crazy.
Ah, he's so in love with us.
He asked about your horse. What can you tell me about it?
My horse is amazing.
Okay, but why? What about it makes it so amazing?
Well, it's my horse.
Listen, you better find out something more substantial about your horse fast. Or else I'm going to have to tell your dad that you've been riding a wooden rocking horse all this time.
But I haven't. I have a phone. Can I not just take a picture of it and send it to him?
Call me when you know, but make it quick. I'm not going to wait forever, and neither is your father.
Okay, oh my gosh. He's so in love with us. They sent us all the way over here at a trot, and then I'm having to walk all the way back to talk to Robbie, even though they just called us and I have a phone. Just stuff like that where it's like, for example, the dialogue that I just had with Jackson was fabulous. I got to say all the things I wanted to say, like, how did you know I was collecting Robbie's plush? You know, you don't have to make up excuses to call me. That is great. That is great dialogue writing. And then the actual gameplay makes me do this, where it's like, even though I just had a phone conversation, I'm now having to trot, mind you, all the way back to Robbie, who'll probably tell me to just go do something else. So it's just stuff like that where it's like, don't do that. Just don't. Also, the slowdown is driving me insane because the horse takes forever to stop. That is absolutely ridiculous. Robbie, what have you got to say? I need to find out more about my horse so Jackson doesn't kill me.
Well, that does sound like a problem. Horses have very strong personality.
Do they,
The
though?
best way to figure them out is to observe their reactions to different stimuli.
Okay.
Now that you're more confident in your riding ability, you can focus a little less on yourself and more on your horse.
Okay, keep the shade. But they say horses have very strong personalities and observe their reactions. Does that mean that these horses actually will have reactions to things in the world? I hope so.
Try to give it different treats and see how it reacts to each one.
That's what I was
Knowing
expecting,
what
though.
kind of-
I'm using this as an example. This is an extreme example, so please, like, don't take this as gospel. But, like, for example, in Red Dead Redemption, yes, I know we're not on the same budget here, but, you know, if there's a snake, the horse will react. If there's gunfire, the horse will react. If Arthur pets him, the horse will react. And some horses react differently and on different scales and levels. Some horses won't react. It's just like, that is dynamic. That is in the world. This is no different to a minigame. The coding, I can just imagine, goes like, if horse likes treat, give X reaction. If horse doesn't like treat, give X reaction. It's like, there is no dynamic in that. And this is meant to be a game about, like, horse bonding, and I feel like this could be a bicycle. Do you know what I mean? Like, this horse could be replaced with a car, a tractor, a bicycle, a motorbike. This horse is not alive. It is nothing more than like a moving asset, and that is what a lot of horse games suffer from, and that sucks. So let's get on. Notice that your horse has undiscovered okay, I did that. Find food your horse likes. All right, should we try a carrot? No, we'll try an apple. Feed the horse. Oh, okay. We are inside a tree. We become one with nature, and we also went inside the horse's bum to get around. Try sugar? Do you like sugar? Well, you clearly didn't like that apple, did you? Oh, I'm back inside the tree. She started grazing immediately after I gave her the sugar cube, so I can't tell if she liked that or not. Open the My Horse tab again. Okay, so she doesn't like carrots, but she does like sugar. Cool. Okay, all right. Open contacts. Finish the pleasant conversation. I'm talking with Heather. Hey, are you the girl that moved to the old farm? Yes, that's me. Can I help you? Oh, she's typing? Yes, you can. You can leave. Okay, that's a bit rude. Excuse me? I want you gone. You and your dirty horse. Okay, first of all, I did not bring the horses with me. The horses were here already. Second of all, listen, lady, no one wants to leave more than I do myself, but it's not that easy. It is easy. Just leave and take those horses with you while you're at it. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark 1. Wow, you're not really a fan of horses, huh? You're annoying. Leave before I make you. Okay. Yeah, I did not bring the horses with me. Robbie, hello.
You're back. How did it go?
I found out so much about my
Great.
horse.
It really looks like you and your horse are bonding. I think it's time the two of you go out for a nice long ride out in the forest.
Okay, so I trotted for the first time today. I jumped for the first time. And now I'm going on a ride by myself.
The forest is the best place to see how your horse reacts to different stimuli in a natural
Does it, though?
environment.
Take the horse for a ride. I almost said a wide. Follow the indicated point. Okay, right. Ugh, and I can still only trot. Fabulous. I shall very slowly trot and stutter my way through this forest. Is this actually what I'm going to have to do? Okay. We have a singular jump. Let's singular jump. Yay, perfect. Oh, I'm still terrible at it. Oh, you can now canter. Fabulous. Let's canter. Ooh. That's not a canter, though. That's a gallop. Oh, this horse turns like a bus. Why does this horse turn like a school bus? Hold up. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that's not a canter. A canter is a 3-beat gait. That is straight up a gallop. Oh gosh. Oh, I didn't even look at my character. What is she doing? She's just like riding with her like legs. What is that? Oh, that's atrocious. Oh, and that's what happens when you jump over a cliff. All right, okay. This horse is not responsive to turning. Oh, open the camera. Take a photo of your horse. Ah, yes. Oh, God. Okay. Just the rider's position in this gallop is just so bad. You know, you can see the reins aren't in her hands. See, the horse isn't actually that bad. If I remember correctly, this particular model has some problems on the fetlocks. I'm going to look that up because if I've gotten that wrong, I'm going to be annoyed at myself. Yes, it is the fetlocks. So on that joint there, sometimes I've noticed that if they are using the model that I think they're using, it does bend too far. This particular shot doesn't actually look that bad, but this rider is just terrible. It is so bad. So when you're riding, let me just check that this is correct. When you're riding a horse, you're supposed to have a straight line going from your head, your hips, and your ankles. So it should go ankle, and you'd have a straight line. Her hips are behind where she's supposed to be, and then the head, it would be in line here. So she's leaning well far back, like really, really far back. I would even go so far as to say I think her stirrups are too short because her knees come out quite a bit. But she's also just way too far back on the saddle. You can see here it's just like she's sat on the back of that saddle, and that's not where you're supposed to sit at all. Yeah, and so this photo mode has actually given me a good opportunity to kind of look at it. I think I'm supposed to take this photo. Ah, yes. Why couldn't I just send this to my dad? Ah, yes, this is a great example. So here she's sitting like she's sitting in a chair. It's not how you ride a horse at all. Again, as I said, ankle, hip, helmet or head is supposed to be usually in a straight line as you're correctly riding. So you would be, you know, well balanced. Obviously it's different if you're going over jump, you'd be in 2-point to have your weight being forward. Sitting in a chair is an absolute no-no. Don't do that. Doesn't matter if you're English or Western, you do not ride like that. Moving on very swiftly because my camera's going to overheat from the rage in this room that I'm currently experiencing. Can't even sprint. So apparently this isn't even sprinting, even though it most definitely is. Also, it's kind of weird how on the breeches she looks like she has a bum crack, which is just so strange to see. Ride deeper into the forest, I say, riding back to the stables. Talk with Jackson.
Hey, I have a task for you.
Another one?
You should save up your complaining for your dad.
Okay.
Since you're going to be taking over managing the farm soon.
I'm
need
what?
to know where we get all of our supplies from.
I'm managing the farm?
Blacksmith and the...
But you just said I'm going to be managing the farm. I thought that this was just my punishment and I was going to leave. Okay, so we're going to go to the
Don't
village.
worry about that. The village is small enough.
Just look around and
Just
you'll
look
find.
around it and you'll find everything great.
So apparently we're going to a village and we're going to go talk to a blacksmith, and now I have to ride 180 meters at this pace. Also, currently my rider is slamming into the back of the horse. Like, she's not in tandem with this horse at all. Oh my god, the knees, the leg movements. Also, my horse is disgusting. Oh my gosh. All right, slow down. So the horse is counted as standing, but the horse is not actually standing. Right, get off. Let's go. All right, this game is mildly aggravating. Am I in the village? I thought this was the ranch. Yeah, we're still... How is this the village?
Hello there.
Ooh.
You're a face I haven't seen yet. Welcome, I'm Julia.
Hello. I come from the horse farm that you're currently on. Just outside the village? We're on the horse farm. Okay, anyway. We're running out of horseshoes.
Yes, you're the owner's daughter, aren't you?
Okay, so we met the blacksmith and now we're going to sleep. Also, my horse is disgusting and I still haven't been taught... oh, I'm feeding it a carrot. Oh no, wait, I do know how to brush my horse. Can I just do it willy-nilly? Can I just brush? Okay, I suppose I'm going to do that first. Brush. Yay, brushing my horse. This is fun gameplay. This game is so lackluster. Like, I just do not feel like this game has had much love at all put into it. Sometimes, especially when I'm turning, my seat clips through the saddle. Just stuff like that. And like when I'm turning in a gallop, it just... Look how far back I am when I turn in a gallop. That's just... So originally, as I said, I thought that this game was a lot more of an asset flip than it apparently is. Okay. But... this feels so half-assed, and I hate to say that, but apparently there's a team of 20 people working on this, and they've been working on it for multiple years. Apparently it's 2-ish years, and it's just like, how is this the game you produced? I hate these controls. These controls are awful. This horse turns like a school bus, and why is it E and Q to change gait? That doesn't make any sense. Slow down. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm going to refund this game, because this is so poor quality for a game that I had to pay for. I genuinely can't recommend this game to anyone. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you know, link to the Steam in the description. I'm not even going to link it because I can't recommend this game. Look, if this had come out in like 2012... As I was saying, if this game had come out in 2012, this would be, like, awesome. Like, everyone would love this game. But for 2024, this is just so substandard. I'm going to leave a review for it, and I reckon it will be quite scathing. If you guys want to show support for the review, I'll be more than happy to link my profile and the review in the description, so you guys can either agree or disagree with it if you do end up playing the game. Okay. Yes, to be fair, it does make sense that I should have unsaddled the horse before I went to bed, but it's just like at this point, the gameplay has been so mindless that I didn't even register that that was something I like needed to do. So yeah, cool. Talk with Jackson.
Hey.
Hey. Hi Jackson, you've been calling me a lot recently.
If I have to choose between that and actually going to see you, I choose calling.
Okay, why are you calling this time?
It's high time you start taking care of some of the management of the farm. We'll start with something easy. Go clean out the horse stalls. Get them ready for new horses.
Okay, I will give this a go, because if this is just like every other like mucking out minigame, or like if it's just an E to interact action, I'm going to be absolutely raging. Buy a pitchfork. Okay, apparently this ranch just doesn't have a pitchfork. I'm actually helping my dad here because apparently this literal ranch is so under-equipped they don't even have a pitchfork. Pick up manure. Apparently there's only one horse in this entire ranch as well, which is strange. Yeah, it's basically an E to interact. That was a terrible... What is this animation? She's not even holding the... she's not even holding the pitchfork properly. Buy hay, I'm not doing this. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. I've got better things to be doing with my time. Just generally, this game is just... It's nothing special, it's not innovative, and if anything, it is substandard. There are bugs in this game, there is severe clipping. The rider animations are just probably the worst I've ever seen. They're probably up there with like Star Equestrian, but for £16, this game is an insult to horse people and horse gamers alike, and I'm really disappointed in it. And I'm gonna have to put my foot down and say it. I can't recommend getting this game. This has nothing to offer unless you just want to like have an extra horse game in your Steam library. And Rage, I can recommend if you like making yourself very, very frustrated. So I'm sorry that this video had to be so negative, but I needed to do a review on it because I just want to say that like this is not the standard of horse games, and we should not accept this as the standard for horse games. So do better. So I hope you guys tried to enjoy. Stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.